If you're on the fence about starting a digital business, well, the time is now. Now. As in right now. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the top reasons why you want to start a business, a digital business, immediately. I want you to stick to the end because at the end, I'm going to share with you a bonus reason that a lot of people don't talk about enough. Now, a digital business can mean different things for different people. The general definition is that a digital business is leveraging digital technologies in order to sell goods or services. There are typically four broad categories of digital businesses. You've got online businesses and e-commerce. You've got freelance and consulting, the gig economy and on-demand services, creative and content creation. Now, the number one reason you want to start a digital business today is simply because of the size of the economy and the size of the addressable market. I want us to use YouTube as an example. YouTube has 2.5 billion active users every month. It has 100 million subscribers and about 1 billion hours of watch time every 24 hours. In other words, it accounts for over 50% of all the social media platform use in the world. What's interesting is that YouTube is set to grow significantly in the next 4 to 5 years. So it's a prime opportunity for you to get into the digital business. And if you're wondering if I have a bias for or against YouTube, obviously I have a bias for YouTube. I think it's an amazing platform to get relevant, actionable information, and you can also use it to drive your digital business and to drive your digital economy in the medium and long term. Now, the second reason you want to start a digital business is simply because of the low startup cost. Unlike real estate, you don't need a lot of money to start a digital business. What you need is an internet connection, a cell phone, or a laptop. The moment you have that, you're good to go and you're able to start creating content, advertising products, or providing services. As a licensed consultant, a lot of the clients that I meet virtually. So from the comfort of my solarium, I'm able to connect with them, do my prep work before my call, meet with them, do my post-call work, and invoice my clients for the entire package of time that I've spent with them. That's a super powerful way of making money and making money from the comfort of your home. So here's your call to action. If you're looking to invest in yourself with minimal capital cost, I want you to list all of the ideas that you might have that connect to the digital economy, and I want you to list them down from most interesting to least interested. I want you to start honing in on what your passion is around digital economy and how you can start earning a significant living leveraging it. Next, you have scalability. A lot of people don't realize that digital businesses are actually quite scalable. If you're selling products, you could add products to your product line. If you're selling services, you could add services to your service line. If you're like me and you're a consultant, you could create books, create online courses. There are a number of things that you can do in order to scale your business. And what's really interesting is that you can scale your business at relatively low cost. It's very different than real estate. You know, once you buy that one big home or that one apartment complex, the only way to scale is to either buy another one, tear it down, and add more units on top of it, and all of that requires a significant amount of capital. When it comes to digital businesses, you're able to grow your business with minimal capital investments. The next reason you absolutely want to start a digital business today is because of the speed at which you can start generating returns. Now, you want to be careful with this one. I am not suggesting here that you're going to make $1 million in 24 hours. If anything, when it comes to the digital economy or digital businesses as a whole, it sometimes takes a lot of time to make money. And if you do make money, it's not a ton of money. It might be a few cents here and there. But the truth of the matter is, in the long run, it's scalable, it gains velocity over time, and you can get to generate really interesting returns on your investment. If you do digital business right, you should be able to get a return on your investment within the first 90 days of your initial investment. Now, there are a few assumptions here. I'm assuming that you're putting the time, the effort required, that you've got the right systems in place in order to keep you accountable and move the needle forward. But if you do these things right, there's a high probability that you'll start making money a lot sooner than you think. Now, the next reason is around flexibility and mobility. This is not said enough. The fact of the matter is we are today in an environment where most of us can do work remote. And even if you don't have a remote job right now, and let's say you need to physically go to the restaurant, the office, or anywhere else you're working, once you get back home, it's very easy for most of us to go online and start a side gig, start providing services or selling products online. You can work from anywhere in the world. The digital economy is so strong that you can actually pre-record content and release it while you're on vacation. and make money from that recording. You could release a product while you're away from your computer by scheduling it and putting a team together, and make money from that product that you're releasing while you're on vacation. That's the power of flexibility and being able to work remote. The digital economy and digital businesses are the only tools or format that allow you to actually do that. The next reason is around risk and volatility. The truth of the matter is, in digital businesses, you lose a lot less money if you play your cards right, and it's a lot less volatile from a market perspective. YouTube's not going anywhere, Instagram's not going anywhere, the whole internet connectivity of things is not going anywhere. And so it's very easy for you and I to feel comfortable that in 5 years, and 20 years, and 50 years, we will still have some kind of an internet connection. Now, this is assuming, of course, AI doesn't take over the world, but that's a topic for a different time. So from that perspective, that investment that you're making in your digital business is an investment that you're making for the medium and the long term, and that's really reassuring. Then we move to the next reason around passive income. Now, I really want to stress this. Passive income, unfortunately, has got a bad rap. The whole notion of not doing anything and getting some kind of an income has been blown completely out of proportion. When you're working, whether it's a digital business or physical infrastructure business, you're gonna have to sweat. You're gonna have to put some sweat equity in it. You're gonna have to work hard. But with digital economy, you can make an effort once and then get paid multiple times after. Think about publishing a book, for example. You work really hard to publish that one book. That one book could get a sale of 5 books in 1 month, 50 books in a year, or 5,000 books in a year. Now, you've only put the effort once, but that same book that you created could be sold this year, next year, and for the next 5 to 10 years. This is where the beauty and the reality of passive income becomes a reality. If you're able to create a product or service that you're able to scale and automate, that product or that service can turn into some passive income, which is a huge game changer in the world of personal finance. Next reason, the global audience you have when you're using digital platforms and the digital economy as a whole. If you're like me and you live in Canada, you know that the country that consumes most of our products are not Canadians, it's Americans. Well, I'm able to create content and sell products and services that people in the US, in India, anywhere in the world can actually purchase, paying in their local currency, whether it's the Canadian dollar, which is really weak, or the US dollar, which is really strong. There are very few business models that allow you to do that. Being able to sell and sell in the currency of your choice and having a global audience for your products and your services is an extremely powerful tool, and having a digital business allows you to do that. The next reason you want to start a digital business is simply because of innovation and adaptability. If you want to learn continuously, if you want to be tested, if you want high pace and you want change, then starting a digital business is the best way for you to do that. In order for you to stay relevant in the age of digital economy and the digital business, you're going to have to be well surrounded, you're going to have to read up, and you're going to have to invest and learn continuously. AI is a good example of you having to think differently to know how you're going to differentiate yourself with all the AI content being created. So it's an industry that allows you to grow and to learn and continuously be challenged. That could be exciting for some people or scary depending on your personality type, but it also guarantees that if you do your homework, you'll always be a winner and you'll always stay relevant to your target audience. All right, now for the next reason you want to start a digital business. You get immediate feedback once you start doing digital businesses. The truth of the matter is, feedback is king. And so whether you're offering a product or a service, what you're going to realize is that your ideal client or your ideal customer is going to tell you right away if you suck or tell you right away if you're great. And that immediate feedback loop allows you to do a couple of things. Number one, it allows you to pivot if you need to make some changes to your service offering. And number two, it allows you to scale and to multiply what you're doing that's actually working so that you can get more clients. In both cases, you're getting feedback and information immediately, and that information is power that you can leverage in order to scale your business. All right, now on to the next reason. It's a lot easier for you to diversify your sources of income when you start with a digital business. Now, I talk a lot about this because I know real estate is a very hot topic. I myself own some pieces of real estate. Now, what you need to understand is that it's a lot easier and a lot smarter for you to go from digital business to real estate than the opposite, starting from real estate and going into digital business. It's not impossible, but if I were to do it all over again, I would start with the digital economy and doing my digital businesses as a digital marketer first, and then I would have started investing in real estate. And the reason for that is simply because of scalability. Starting with digital businesses, it's easier for me to scale quickly at a lower cost. However, when I start with real estate, it takes up more of my capital, more of my time. It's a bigger type of asset. It's a lot more difficult for me to then pivot into the digital economy. This is one of the reasons why most small businesses aren't on digital platforms or not leveraging digital platforms as of yet. And so again, the ease of diversification once you start a digital business is very, very good. And remember, there are various types of digital products that you could sell. Digital products, ebooks, consultings, online lessons, and so on and so forth. All right, we're almost at the end of our list. The next reason is around the lower ongoing cost. Think about it this way. When you buy a piece of real estate, for example, you've got your mortgage, you've got your insurances, you've got your property management costs, you've got your cleaning costs. If you're paying for utilities, you've got to pay for utilities and so on and so forth. These are heavy monthly costs that you have to pay on an ongoing basis. When it comes to digital businesses, the costs are a lot smaller when you start. Maybe you're paying for your internet plan, maybe you're paying for hosting services if you have a website, and let's say you have one or two apps that you're paying for. Let's say you're paying for a Shopify account, and you're paying for, let's say, Google AdSense. So these are really minimal costs that you have to bear on a monthly basis in comparison to real estate. So the beauty about digital businesses is that typically your upfront cost and your ongoing costs are significantly lower, which is a good news for your cash flow. It allows you to maximize your return on investment. All right, so now we get to your bonus reason why you need to start a digital business today. According to the US Bureau of Labor and Statistics, 20% of businesses fail in the first 2 years of being in business, 45% in the first 5 years, and 65% over the next 10 years. Only 25% of new businesses, whether they're physical or digital, will stay in the long run for more than 10 years. This means that most people that want to start a digital business will fail. In other words, you, because you're a go-getter and you don't stop and you keep learning, and because you're smarter and because you're more tenacious, you're in there for the long run. And so even though there's a lot of people that are jumping into this market right now, you and I are doing this as a marathon and not a race. And you're gonna put the right systems in place in order to make sure that you're able to sustain in the long run. One of those systems is to smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share it with a friend. But really the key here is that you and I understand that even though it's a very populated and competitive market, most people will fail. So the real question is, what are you going to do in order to make sure that you're not part of those statistics? One of these things you're gonna do is you're gonna educate yourself. The second thing you're gonna do is that you're gonna surround yourself with like-minded people to help you drive your learning and your growth. And the third thing you're gonna do is that you're gonna treat this like a business, not like a side hustle, not like something that you do on nights and weekends. You're gonna treat this like a job. I guarantee you that if you do these three things, you're gonna see huge success and progress in the medium and long term. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.